Morning, Mr. Plukas.
Hello, hello, hello.
How many views?
One viewer.
One viewer. Nice.
Not bad.
Are you listening to the Cloud FM?
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, me too, every day.
It's kind of short.
So there's actually, I
I
don't
get
think right now I'm listening to that because there is a bug. Some moment around the stream, like the volume, uh, like turns much louder.
Oh,
Uh,
I've had this too.
yeah. So this happened to me, and then I switched it to another stream, another lo-fi stream.
You do it from like just from Safari, like in the Google, the YouTube
Yeah.
page?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
Like looking, yeah, I am, but like I'm asking because YouTube.com is, and it says it's taking 4.5 gigs of memory. So
It
Dang.
says what?
like maybe in my activity monitor, it says that tab in Safari is taking 4.5 gigs of
Oh.
memory.
Oh wow. Huh. Well
Which
spent.
well spent.
4 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we have to figure out our like digital footprint strategy. It's like all of this live stream, like it takes up a lot of memory.
In like
And
to
like
store.
yeah, to store. But it's like we have 24 hours of like what 2 weeks of an empty office. Like, do we need that? I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe we're not storing that.
Yeah, I think after the EC2 was rebooted, actually the server on the office was rebooted. Only Gather's running there, but we're not streaming
Got
from
it,
that
got it.
machine.
we're 10 minutes in. How are we doing on updates?
Okay, just
Need a
did
couple
mine.
Okay. Round, do you need a couple more minutes? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. So I'll dive in. So I'm going to provide some updates.
It's hard,
Hold on,
it's hard to
Rowan,
hear
just want to
you.
check.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I think that must have been it. It's far away.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, we did some updates to the Discord. Hopefully, much nicer, less confusing journey as you get there. Working on the updates. I watched the video feedback that you provided, Daniel and Lucas, Sam, and implementing some changes to that. I do have I have this podcast outreach video that I put together for the people that we're reaching out to, and that would be a good placeholder for right now, to kind of give it that legitimacy that you were asking for, where we kind of show you talking to Jesse and Tom. So I'm updating that as a kind of placeholder until I get the script that I gave you that is specifically for that. Worked with Daniel on updating some of the sloppy parts of the Watch Me Pivot landing page. I'm updating currently with our editor all the videos that we have to implement all of the new branding that Mary provided on Friday afternoon. I've been working on a positioning deck that I'll share with you, Sam and Mary, based on your really good audience definitions. And also I've included a section on how we differ from some of the other leading AI podcasts. I've been working on locking the podcast studios for the 14th, 15th, 22nd, and 23rd. And I'm still going back and forth with their engineer, but I'm feeling like he's going to be able to come through for us. Otherwise, we might be in Seattle. But I do have a backup planned if we don't get this really nice Tacoma studio. I also have a run of show for the Peter episode. Looking forward to that. Peter is a real personality. So that one is going to be, how do you say it? A banger. I think that one's going to be a banger. We'll see. I'm also awaiting the second cut of Lucas's how-to video. Worked on the weekend with an editor just to kind of knock that into shape. Yeah, those are my updates for now.
Awesome. I'm excited to see that positioning deck and see how everything. I feel like everything's coming together nicely. Of like, for a while we just had so many different like moving pieces of different brands and spitting out new segments and things like that. But I think they're all starting to ladder into each other nicely. So yeah, looking forward to that. Friday, my biggest thing was / today, since I kind of were working before stand up, but getting Rowan all this like brand assets and then also getting it into Illustrator so it's in a format that his video editors can easily use and hopefully in just like a nice consistent way. And yeah, then also was working on some product hunt assets for Plucas, like the gallery images and things like that. Lucas, let me know if there's, I know you mentioned another launch. I'm a little less familiar with that one, but if you need any support on that, let me know. And yeah, my upcoming most important thing is just going to be going through AI worth using and Watch Me Pivot just in terms of like really, really nailing down our copy and positioning based on the audiences for each of those. Rowan, we can touch base after, but I'm curious where that, I haven't even looked, but where the code base for the AI worth using is, because I think you're the one who spun that up. I don't know if it's in our GitHub and Vercel or if it's in your own kind of repos. So question for you on that. And then Jonathan, you said you were looking for things to do, and I don't know if I won't tap you probably until tomorrow, but one thing Sam and I were thinking through as we were going through the AI worth using page is we kind of have these like bios for the podcasts and like these like who they are and then also what the podcast is kind of about. And it might be, given your like engineering expertise and your writing expertise, it might be nice to have your eyes on some of those bios just to really cut through like what is the most important thing that like this person has done and how can we say it in a way that like engineers understand, versus like calling out, stuff that sounds nice and technically is right, but like an engineer wouldn't care about. So might tap you for that tomorrow. Cool. Yeah, those are top things on my plate.
Sweet. Let's see. I said I was going to relaunch Plow to internal users with a stable Sparkle release. I believe I've done that. Mary, maybe we can sync after, but I haven't had any issues with the current release. And I said I would craft an investor email, update, sharing the news. I've done that. I'm actually going to reach out to our investors over text. And then I started, but did not. I added this after Scrum, the ask from you, Rowan, to do the podcast highlight reel. So I did one cut, but I'm not happy with it. Rowan, maybe we can chat afterwards. I can get your feedback on it. Okay, so today I'm going to do investor reach outs. I'm going to do the Plow launch video and product hunt launch page. And Rowan's ask for product for podcast launch videos. And then I have a garage item for the Rowan, the Jesse Vincent podcast, which we can chat afterwards. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. I feel like it's a solid cut. So yeah. Okay, cool. That's my update.
Oh, thank you. So for me, I've finished the product hunt listing for the Hermes on Pi. Thanks to Mary for getting those last assets ready. So once the video is in, then I can share this out to review. But that's basically done from my perspective. I finished the how-to guide for Domo, and it's like really slick, I think. It takes like a screenshot of the dashboard that I have and like puts that in the how-to doc, and like the agents seem to be able to recreate this really, really well. So the whole thing just feels really good to me. So I have a script for that video. I just need to record that this morning. And Rowan, if you have any feedback at all from like the setup, like let me know, because I don't know what I'm doing. Like if those cameras are helpful or whatever, like yeah, I'm basically gonna be making a very similar video. So
yeah,
let me know what I should do different.
Should we just do a quick think before you jump in?
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay. I've also been actively trying to like keep up the live stream, updating my profile there with some better metadata there, and like I'm continuing to post on Reddit in threads that are like related to the stuff we're doing, inviting people to join the Discord. I've mentioned Kitchen in a few places, and there's like my GitHub now says there's like 5 referrals from Reddit. So not a ton of traction, but like just gonna keep this up and see if anything starts to grow. The Plow.app has been crashing on my Neo, but I'm using like a Golden Gate beta, so I don't know if that's related, but I have a Cook investigating or Claude investigating that right now. So I'll let you know, Sam, if there's anything that is related to the code versus like my setup. And yeah, so then for today, like the Domo video recording, and I'm gonna get all the Plow feedback or all of the feedback on the product hunt pages. So get those ready so I can share them out and have get you guys to give feedback if you have any, for both Domo and the Hermes thing. That's it for me.
For what it's worth, I haven't had any problems with Plow. I've been using it, been texting it.
Cool. Well, I feel like we should. Well, we can garage this.
Yeah, I get the sense that it's definitely my setup and like a memory pressure issue or something, but
yeah, even with memory pressure though, it should actually degrade gracefully. So we get, this is a garage item.
okay.
I think I'll put it another way. I think there will be, your setup is not that unique, you know, like, and if it's crashing on the new OS, like we should at least be just, it should be a conscious decision if we're going to launch that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I said I was going to prepare everything for the My People launch. My People launch is scheduled for today midnight. And during the day, I got the task to change AI worth using, so do some changes. It was hosted on GitHub Pages. Now it's on Vercel, and I removed the stuff Sam asked to remove. So let me know if there's still stuff there that I didn't remove. I didn't include the / leaderboard page with the token maxing, but I will do that today. I did prepare all the transcriptions for our past scrums for Euron. There's two folders, right? One is with transcripts only, so you can download and use your cloud to talk with it. And the other folder contains all the footage. And we do have translation on our Discord channel. When people comment on my live stream, you can read that in English. And as soon as I released that, people started posting comments in Arabic and telling my Claude to do stuff for them, trying to break my system. and actually, it's not using Claude for the transcription. My people set up a local model just for transcription, so they didn't succeed on jailbreaking my setup. What else? There's something I want to do today that is, my plan is to review the top 10 Product Hunt releases from yesterday and record and publish one video reviewing them, using them, trying to set up on my machine, and giving my stamp. Does it work or not? And I want to. I will set up. I didn't set up the second account for Restream yet, so we're still switching back and forth between Daily Ute and Watch Repeat. But I will set up that, and that's it. Oh, there's 3 people from the community who shared the projects they were working on our Discord channel. Now that that channel was removed, unfortunately, but there was 3. I don't remember which channel was it on, but that's fine. Just sharing. People shared their projects, and there's one of them is people customizing the My People.
Whoops. Okay.
No worries.
I didn't think there was anything in there. I should have checked. Okay. Thanks.
For me, I just got back from St. Louis. A lot has changed in that, so I'm kind of available however folks need me to help at this point, or if there's anything to do. I do have a laptop with Golden Gate, so Lucas, if you want me to try to repro and look into that, I know we said we'd garage it, but I can also help out with that as well.
Cool. I have thoughts. I guess we can move into the garage. Any other updates? Okay, any garage items that we haven't mentioned? I have launch schedule order, plow bugs, podcast, and website feedback. Okay, let's start with the timing. So, the doc said we were going to launch everything last week. We didn't launch anything. I think that's, that I think, well, we did that for justifiable reasons. So I'm not too concerned about that, but I do want to like revisit that timeline and just be really explicit about it. And like there's something about us going public and building momentum and doing these launches kind of like over like a period of time, let's say a calendar week, where we are just like all kind of on the same page about what that week looks like, what's launching what day. I could imagine every morning us in our stand-up being like, okay, today we're gonna launch this. This is what we're looking for, and like reflecting on the last launch. And doing all that obviously in public. So if we did that, I think that would mean, for example, not launching my people today, right? But rather crafting a schedule. And any thoughts about this proposal?
Are you still thinking to be this week? We just like think through like launch plow first or something, and then launch these other kind of.
Some of it depends on when things are going to be ready, and I don't have the answer for I think the answer is like as soon as possible, depending on, I think somebody would have to design the schedule and then propose like, okay, I think we can start this on this day kind of thing.
Is this just to organize the previous stuff that we worked on, or are you thinking about doing this like every week, launching stuff?
This is really about the stuff we worked on, but I have also talked to Plukas about some sort of cadence of like getting something out into the wild on a regular basis.
Which then we will be building stuff versus, or like building to build the community, or like the purpose is actually building prototypes and see if someone.
I think what we do on an ongoing basis is outside of this garage scope. But yeah, I mean, as part of like a go forward plan, even if we were focused on the community, you could imagine us like having some sort of regular cadence around like similar to this. But I'm most focused on this plan of, hey, we're going to launch what we've built so far. Any other thoughts or questions or reactions?
Is the idea that we learn from each launch and then apply on the next one, or just organize versus just launching everything on one day and moving on?
The idea is to be a little bit more organized and coherent about like community building, really. Right? Like if we are launching the daily yield, if we're launching the podcast, there's something about like just like kind of like having a sense of, okay, this is what the next 10 days look like. So on this day, this is going to be our message to the community. This is what we and also organize for ourselves, right? This is what we want to learn. by pushing this out today. All right, and hopefully, like, the community is like, oh, sweet, like, I wonder what they're gonna launch tomorrow, or like, let me check out the product hunt launch and upvote it. You know, let me set
Yeah.
my alarm for midnight so I can wake up and upvote their launch. I'm so excited about what they're doing. I mean, we might even give the community a preview of what we're launching at midnight or whatever, right? And like, hey, if you're excited, go to Product Hunt and put your thumb on the scale. If this is what you think we should be building.
Yeah, that sounds great. I can support that effort. You know, maybe I can collaborate with someone who has more knowledge about what's being built and ready to go, and I can come at it from the other side, the kind of community building marketing side, and somebody could help me kind of just chart where we're at in terms of, you know, the releases.
So the partner, if you were to own this, the partner, I would want them to be very thoughtful about, like, understand technically what the product is, but also thoughtful about, like, okay, what could we learn about this launch, and like, why are we launching it on this day, you know? And able to kind of steer that conversation, or you know, you might reach out to Daniel. So we're going to launch my people on this day. This is what we're hoping to learn. Jonathan, you come to mind because I feel like you naturally have, like, wanted more of this structure around our launches.
Yeah, I mean, I think from like a launch perspective, the more kind of I think we can like put into it and have like a plan on what a launch looks like and how to get, and I think that's good. I guess my question is, we have like a backlog of things, and then once we get past that, what will we be launching?
Oh yeah, this is just about the backlog. This isn't about a go forward, like,
Oh, okay.
we're not going to, like,
Oh yeah, then
make
yeah,
up
absolutely.
things to, yeah. So the overall theme that should tie all of this together is, like, signal versus noise, right? Like, we want to make AI more accessible. And so every launch should ladder up to that. Launching seeds should ladder up to that in ways that are clear. Launching how-tos should ladder up to that. Launching Plow, like a simple to use agent, should ladder up to that. And Jonathan, ultimately, like, the question is, where do we believe there's problem solution fit? Users have a problem, we have a solution. There's an opportunity for us to invest further, right? So it's like, in service of that mission, where do we think we should invest our time, right? So I would just think about every launch from that lens of, like, okay, this is how it ladders up, and we're going to decide if we, you know, you may, I don't want this to feel like busy work, but so you may not be able to answer these questions, but, like, if you have them in the back of your mind as you plan out the launch schedule, I think that would be helpful. And I'm happy to, like, once you get the schedule together, I'm happy to work on those two questions with you.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I mean, we can do like I think we have about 5 things or so, right? So we could have a launch week.
Yep. Yeah, this is our build in public, like, you know, moment. And we may have, like, 1 or 2 days where we, like, don't launch anything, but launch the build in public, you know. Maybe we launch a podcast first. I don't know, right? But there may be, you know, there's the moment where we're like, hey, watch me pivot. We're sharing it out. Starting tomorrow, we're going to launch something every day for the next week. I don't know. Okay. So Jonathan, are you okay owning that deliverable?
Yeah, I think we'll need to talk a little bit more because I think there are some things that are maybe ambiguous or how it should be done, but yeah, sounds good.
I would coordinate with Rowan on the comms. I would coordinate with Mary on like the 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 design and like copy for these different sites. So marketing and comms, I would coordinate with Rowan. Design and copy, I would coordinate with Mary. And then for each of us, like, okay, what are you hoping to get out of this launch? You can coordinate with each of us individually. Cool. Okay. Any
Like each person has been owning the like page for their launch. Is that like, do you want them to all get brought together, Sam? Like,
I don't have
because I'm happy
I know I think Mary,
to pull like do that, but
no,
I just want to
I'm
make
not
sure
asking.
I'm understanding.
There's no ask for me to do that, but
Okay.
yeah, you can. I would really focus. Everything should be in service of learning. So like, if you do anything, I would do it in service of learning. Yeah.
Cool. Daniel, can you send me for my people? Are you still using your videos page or something?
Yeah, I translated. Yeah, I'll share with you.
Cool.
On Slack.
Great.
The video originally I recorded in Portuguese and then I dubbed the audio in English, but so it was using AI 11 Labs to translate the video.
I feel like at some point we need to think about our URL strategy. We just keep adding subdomains on everything. Versus, doesn't make sense.
Okay. So then moving on, the websites and I recorded some of this video last week, but some of the copy feels kind of AI generated. And what I mean by that is it's our posture is polished, but when you like really like read the sentence, your eyes glaze over a little bit, right? And so I think Mary, I want you to own this voice for all of our digital products, which is like right now, honestly, a little bit unpolished and real.
Yeah.
Because we, that's authentic to where we are right now.
Yeah.
And this is really important, and I think it's like Mary, you come from both Mary and Rowan, you both come from like different like kind of shops, right? Like in Shutterfly, there's an expectation for polish. Rowan, in your agency, there's this expectation of polish. You've got to like kind of break that arm a little bit. So with copy in particular, I think it's fine to use AI, but like it should feel like a a real message, right? And I would just be careful about shipping AI copy without a heavy hand as far as editing, just in general. And so Mary, maybe you can lean on Rowan and Jonathan for this. Try to make the copy as concise, short, real as possible.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions about that, Jonathan? And then, Rowan, one thought I had for the Jesse Vincent podcast was to share out a link where people can leave comments, timestamped.
Yep.
As audience, as essentially a test audience.
Yep.
So for the first couple of podcasts, I think I've said this before, but I do think there's something about having, and for the audience like Jonathan, I'm looking at you, Lucas. Like, if you're like listening to the podcast and you're like, this is busy work, that's a message, right? You got to rewind to the point where it felt like busy work and leave a comment, right? And like, when does it resonate, and when does it not? I think that's just really important for the first couple of podcasts, and especially in this situation, because everybody involved in the production of the podcast are not the target audience, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? So Jonathan, that's another thing you can do, is like listen to the Jesse Vincent podcast and leave comments as if you're as if you're the target audience. Okay. And Rowan, this is not like a democracy. This is not like you need to make everybody happy, right? But we just need to make editorial decisions with this information in mind.
No, I totally welcome it. Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
great.
Yeah, I can just give you kind of my thoughts and then take what you like, leave what you don't.
Yeah.
Or...
Sweet.
Yeah, I can get. I've got a link.
Yeah, and this will be helpful for me too as a host, and honestly, probably I'll probably be the one that needs to change. Will benefit the most from this feedback. Okay. Cool. I think that's it. Last thing, plow bugs. Plukas, maybe if you're already investigating, Jonathan, maybe we wait until Plukas investigates before deciding whether or not to have you spin cycles on that.
Sure.
I'll post in chat I said it was some like layout bug or something in plow in the GUI. So I'll paste that in and we can discuss what to do.
Okay. All right. Sweet. I'm looking forward to the launch plan.
Sweet.
Anything else?
Nice.
Cool. Take care, y'all.
Thank you.
Go team.
Go team.
Go team.